Obese Jack noticed a small beggar had been following him around, so he contemptuously pulled out a nickel and tossed it to the little beggar, mockingly telling him to buy some rust remover to take a bath. However, the little beggar understood Jack's words and threw all the coins onto the ground. 10 minutes later, Jack went to the restroom to relieve himself. Suddenly, he discovered that the same little beggar had followed him there. Angry Jack was about to teach this greedy beggar a lesson when he was suddenly dragged out of the restroom by force. The next day, Jack's flight landed at New York Airport. Jack entered his hotel room accompanied by a bellhop. Just after the bellhop left the hotel room, Jack suddenly sat down on the bed. Then a large amount of blood began flowing from his body, and his eyes turned red. The next day when police arrived at the hotel, they found no suspicious clues, only discovering a set of very small fingerprints on the bedsheets. They had no idea where these fingerprints came from. Moreover, Anna made a shocking discovery. Although Jack had clearly died in the hotel room last night, the coroner's examination determined his time of death was between 24 to 36 hours earlier. This meant Jack had already been killed before boarding the plane. Just a week earlier, an American businessman named Jefferson had died in exactly the same manner as Jack. When Anna reviewed Jefferson's autopsy report, she unexpectedly discovered that Jefferson weighed 238 pounds, but his passport showed 205 pounds, a difference of 33 pounds. Anna believed that whatever killed them must be very small and capable of freely entering and exiting their bodies. Meanwhile, this man applied for a janitor position at an elementary school. He successfully got hired with an extremely low salary. However, what the principal didn't realize was that the man before her was hiding another identity. He was the beggar who had attacked Jack. That day, the janitor noticed Tom and his father heading home from school. That evening, Tom's father was watching a ball game in the living room when the beggar silently appeared behind him. Then a scream echoed from the living room. When Tom ran out from his bedroom, he found his father with blood-red eyes, already dead. The next day when police arrived at the scene, Anna noticed Tom's father's stomach was severely distended. Anna immediately put on surgical scrubs and cut open the man's abdomen. Suddenly, a hand reached out. Anna was so frightened by the scene that she stumbled backward, accidentally dropping her service weapon. However, when Anna turned to retrieve her gun, the beggar had already vanished. Anna then followed the blood trail to a storage room and searched for a long time but found no trace of the beggar. In fact, the beggar had been in the storage room all along. Anna simply couldn't see him. Later, Anna consulted a professor who studies Indian culture, asking him about the beggar. The professor said this beggar was likely an Indian mystic who could manipulate reality to make himself invisible or shrink himself to atomic size. Meanwhile, when the beggar was mopping floors at the school disguised as a janitor, Billy, who often bullied Tom, actually saw his true appearance. The little beggar immediately sensed danger. When Billy was walking home from school, the beggar followed him from behind. Billy spotted the beggar behind him in time and ran out through the back door when he got home. However, when his mother came out looking for her son, she found Billy motionless in the swimming pool. Today's recommended content is episode 10 of The X-Files Season 8. Interested viewers can search for the original series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.